I could have just been. Good evening, everyone.
Echo.
I'm Tavy. This is Tavy Talks. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us tonight. I have a beautiful co-host with me. I'm really excited that she's hopping on. We're doing a self-love segment, and I feel like this is going to be very, very important. This is Just Jeri. She's an author. She's a life coach. She's a grief coach. She's the founder of Missing Our Mothers. She's definitely been a quite vital key to my success. So I'm happy to have you tonight on this platform, Miss Jerry.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We are going to be discussing self-love tonight. This is something that I feel like a lot of women deal with or don't know how to deal with, loving ourselves. My journey to self-love has not been easy. It's been quite a challenge, but I've been able to work through the kinks, and I want you ladies to be able to do the same. I'm sure Miss Jerry feels the same way. So what I'm going to do is pour into you by providing key steps into obtaining self-love. So I have scripture, Proverbs 31 and 25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. What I get from that is like love yourself so that you are prepared for any challenge or anything that you ever come into contact with. You have that strength. If you love yourself, you have the strength that you need to go on. I think that's very important, living to love yourself, because if you can't love yourself, it's impossible for you to love others. Jerry, you want to chime in on that, or
I'm gonna let you continue on, and or were you done?
no?
Okay.
I wanted to make sure we was on
No, no,
that.
no. Go ahead, cause I want you to get out what you have to get out, and then
Yeah,
I'll
for
jump
sure.
in.
So I came up with three main factors when it comes to knowing and loving yourself. The first one would be acknowledgement. The second would be accessibility, and the third would be accountability. Now, acknowledgement, that's just owning it, accepting where you are in life in the moment, and accepting every flaw. Without accepting this, it's impossible to move on and find solutions for those kinks that we have and those flaws that we have in our lives. Accessibility, I love this, and I think Jared, we talked about this as well. Um, that's the quality of being able to be reached or entered. Everyone does not have or should not have an all access pass to your life. For a lot of us, we struggle with that as well, setting those boundaries for our life. And I think a lot of it comes with being afraid to let go of toxic people. Um, and and that's pretty real. I want us to just be very transparent about this tonight in this subject, because I feel like we can definitely use it. Um, Accountability, the fact or condition of responsibility. So that's owning what you do, um, and where you are in life, accepting, when you fall short on things. And, sometimes it's not easy, but we have to hold ourselves accountable for what we're doing in our lives. If we can't do that, it's hard to even see where we're falling short. Um, so my self-love journey, I kind of struggled with this for some time, um, and thought of all of the different things that I possibly could be challenged with. And one of those things that I could really say is being okay and allowing yourself to make mistakes. I'm the type of person that always been like super hard on myself. I get down when I make a mistake or something falls short, or I fall on a hard time. But we have to be willing to allow ourselves to make those mistakes. Through those experiences, we learn and we develop growth development. That's how we get growth development, is going through those experiences. It makes us stronger. Not worrying about what other people think. That was another phase for me too, worrying about how people feel or what their opinions may be, especially when you're choosing to live in a certain way. And I know for a lot of us, when you choose to live a spiritual life, people tend to have a lot to say about that. They like to point the finger and tell you like what you used to do and how you used to be. And you can't allow what people think of you get in the way of you developing and growing and evolving as a person. Processing your fears. If you're not willing to step out and count on you and bank on you, you don't love yourself. I can say that not trusting yourself is not loving yourself. You can't say you love yourself and you don't put that trust. If you can't bank on you, nobody else will. You'll never live up to your fullest potential if you cannot love yourself. That's where a lot of us fall short. We don't love ourselves enough to put ourselves out there completely because we have that self-doubt, that low self-esteem, and it makes it hard for us to truly live to our fullest potential. Um, so those were some of the components that I shared, along with there's so many different self-love languages. You ever heard of love language? There's self-love language as well. And those are some things that I'll be able to share. I don't know how many of you take time to yourself, but that's important. And some of the things that I like to do for myself is read, meditate, maybe take a trip, spend time alone. But self love is really channeling what's deeply rooted in
Right.
yourself.
Yes.
Um, Getting a makeover ain't gonna do the job. Okay, you're going to
Going
get
to
your
get
hair
over.
done, getting your makeup done. That's not going to cut it. You have to really deal with the deeply rooted issues inside. It's not going to come by dressing yourself up and portraying to be something that you're not. That's not how you're going to obtain that real, true self love. Um, Daily affirmations. That's one that I love. I always didn't know about daily affirmations, but it helps. Journaling, um, self improvement altogether. Every day you should be leaning towards doing something that is productive and that's bettering yourself, you. It's okay to live for other people, but you have to live for yourself as well. So with that, I kind of think I touched base on a lot of different things that allow people to truly see like where they are in life and what you can do. And you need to recognize those different characteristics. It ain't easy to say you don't love yourself. A lot of women don't want to deal with those insecurities, but it's real. Um, so,
I
Jerry,
concur. I concur. I truly do. I'm not sure because I can't see like anybody that's responding or who's actually on.
hold
But
on.
we do want
I
some
see.
feedback. We want you guys to join in. This is
Okay,
we're
there
talking
we
about self-love, and with self-love, it's a process because not every day you get up and you feel like, you know what, I love me today. It's a process, right? So um when I think about self-love, I think about self-care.
Mm,
So I'm gonna give you guys 8 Jerry Jews. I call them Jerry Jews. They some tips, but it's the acronym of self love. So when I think about self love, for the first S, I think about self care. When you think about self care, what do you think about? Like she said, you may think about getting your makeup done, getting your hair done, but believe it or not, that is a part of self care because when you don't look good, you don't feel good. So keeping up on yourself, your your looks and how you feel, your mental health, all of that is self care. Don't think of self care as an expense, because when you think of self-care, you think about going to get my nails done, I'm
Mhm.
going to buy me some new shoes, I'm going to retail therapy, I'm gonna get my makeup done, I'm gonna get my lashes done. You think of it as an expense because those are things that we do weekly, daily, monthly to keep up with ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Don't think of it as an expense. Think of it as an investment in yourself. You are investing in your self love. Self care is an investment to your self love. I would tell anybody, make sure you are taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental. What do you mean by taking care of your mental? If you feel like you need some therapy because you've been through some things that are deeply rooted,
It's okay.
self care, go get a therapist, go get a coach, go get a mentor, pray. Those are things that is self care because you care enough about yourself that you're going to do whatever it is that you need to do to love yourself. So,
Mhm.
the first S that I would say for self love is self care. Number one. Then I go to the E in self love, and I would say encouraged.
Oh, I
Be
like that.
encouraged, be positive about your thoughts, be inspiring to other people, be encouraged, believe in yourself. A part of self love is believing in you. Because if you don't believe in you, who else gonna believe in you? You gotta believe in yourself first. You have to believe in yourself. You have to encourage yourself daily. Not every day you get up and you feel encouraged, but that's where the I ams come in. I am valuable. I am worthy. I am able to get up. I'm breathing today. Encourage yourself. If you don't get a text or a phone call from your friend to encourage you, encourage yourself. Be encouraged. So that is the second Jerry Jewel. And I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, but I am gonna go to the L because I want any questions to come in. I do want to answer questions, so I don't want to run through all of them at one time, but I will give you guys the next one. The L in self-love is love yourself. Love yourself. Put yourself first. It's okay. It's not selfish. It's not selfish. Putting yourself first is not selfish. The L is for love yourself because guess what? If you don't love you, you teaching everybody that comes in your life how to love you. And why would they love you and you don't love yourself?
Mm.
Why they gonna respect you and bring you flowers when you don't even know how to give yourself flowers? You don't even know how to go to the store and buy yourself some roses because that's something that you want that day.
Oh,
Love yourself. That is the third Jerry Jules is love yourself. We can love everybody else, or we say we do, but we don't love ourselves. How do we love ourselves? We respect ourselves. We believe in ourselves. And we take time for self-care. That's self-love. You can't say self-love without love. So you got to love yourself.
sure can.
So if there's any questions before I go on to the other ones, I'm willing to answer any questions and then I'll go into the other Jerry Jules. But those are just some that stick out to me when I think about self-love.
Yeah, most definitely, Jerry. You hitting it on the nail.
Any
You can't
questions?
think to go get yourself roses. Hey,
Yes,
you
like
be
it's
waiting
okay
on
to take
somebody else
yourself
to
on a
do it.
date. It's okay to take yourself on a date. It's okay to go to the movies by yourself. It's okay to go get a meal by yourself.
Hmm.
Who said something was wrong with that?
Hmm. Sitting around waiting on other people to do it.
I love me and I take myself out
Yeah,
often.
sure.
And I take myself to nice restaurants. So when somebody do want to take me out, I'm used to nice restaurants because I love myself enough that I take myself to
Mm-hmm.
nice restaurants. I
Dining
treat
is
myself
fine.
to salmon and lobster and good food. I treat me to that. That's
Mm-hmm.
self love. Because I love me enough, I eat how I want to eat,
Yeah.
not how I'm going to date somebody and he going to take me on a date and I'm going to choose the steak because I'm on a date. No,
No, ma'am.
I steak myself. Okay.
That's fine dining.
I find out myself because I'm used to that. So any other
I don't have no questions on the board, Jerry.
okay, so I'm gonna go into the F. The F in self-love. I would say faith. Have faith in God, number one, because we can't do anything without him. So we're gonna have faith in God and we're gonna have faith in our own capabilities. Again, what does that go back to? Believing in yourself, having faith in you. I have faith in me that I'm able to do the things that I do because I believe in myself. You have to believe in yourself. That's a part of loving yourself is believing in yourself, having faith in yourself. So the F is for faith, faith
Mm,
in God and faith in yourself.
I
We
like
don't put
that.
our faith in man, we put our faith in God, put our faith
Mm,
in ourselves. And then I'm just gonna go to the L. It's two L's. So the first L, well, I already did. No, it's the second L. So the second L is learn. Learn to spend time with yourself. Learn yourself all over again.
ooh,
Because sometimes we can go through situations and we can forget who we are. We can forget the things that we used to like. We can forget the things that we used to do. So it's okay to learn yourself again. Sometimes we have to relearn ourselves. Sometimes we come out of relationships and we lost ourselves in that relationship. So coming out of that, now we have to learn ourselves all over again. Did we really like Oreo cookies or did we just like it because he liked the Oreo cookies? So it's about learning yourself. Learn you, learn what you like, learn what you don't like.
mm-hmm.
That's a part of self love. Learning you, knowing you. And then I'll go to the O, and the O is organize.
Uh-oh.
Are you organized? Are we organized? We got to get ourselves in order. We got to get our stuff together because sometimes we're not organized. We don't have our balance. We just go, 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 go. And we just go, go. There's never any time for us. We got books over here, journals over there. We're not organized. We have to get organized because how can you think clearly in clutter? So we have to be organized. That is a part of self love, organizing your life, balancing your life. That is a part of self love. Now I'm going to put a pin right there just in case anybody have any questions or want to say anything. Just type it in.
Somebody say, I love myself some Oreos.
And
Me
that's
too.
good. That's good. You know you. You know what you like and you know what you don't like.
Oh, man. That's all I had, Jerry.
You want to chime in? You have anything to say before I go to the last two?
No, like you hitting it on the head. Organization, that's one I didn't even think about.
We
But
have
if
to
I
get
can think of
organized.
me as who I am as a person, like I can't think straight if my room ain't clean. So just imagine your whole life is out of order and you don't have no type of organizational skills. That
Yeah.
can be that can cause a lot of clutter, and that can be quite challenging to deal with on top
Yes,
of other things and issues that you're experiencing in your life.
yes.
That don't make it any better. Jessica Baskin, but I'm not signed in, so I'm not sure if she was trying to comment, but I don't know what she was trying to say. It just says that she wasn't signed in.
And we're not making it seem like it's so easy to have self love and be organized and learn ourselves and love ourselves. It's an everyday process. It's something that you have to practice every single day that you wake up. You have to practice it. You have to work at it. You have to go through the process. So it's not something that we just make it seem like, oh, it's just so easy. And no, it's not. We've
Yeah.
all been in a place where we have felt rejected. We've all been in a place where we have felt like we were not worthy. We have all been in a place where we felt like we were not good enough. So self-love is something that you have to work at.
Yeah.
You have to work at it. And I'm gonna go to the V. The V is for value.
Mm.
Value yourself. Value your self-worth. Um, you have to know that you are worthy. And again, like I said, it's not like we've never felt that we were not, but it's a learning process. You learn yourself. You learn to know your worth. You learn to value your worth. It's a process. Self-love is a process.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a daily process. It doesn't stop
Sure doesn't.
just right there. The last one for self-love, I would say, is effort. Effort. You must put in the hard work. Like I just said, it's a process. You have to put in the hard work to achieve your self-love.
Mm.
You have to put the effort in. You have to go through the labor pains, right? Anybody on here that have children, when you have to go through those labor pains, you went through 9 months, right? So you get pregnant. The first trimester, you're nauseous, you're throwing up, you're sick, that's part of the process. Then you get to the second trimester, you see your stomach is growing, you're starting to feel uncomfortable, you got to relearn your body because everything not starting to fit the same. So now you're not organized because you're trying to get the baby stuff together. You're trying to see where you're going to put the baby stuff at, organize the baby room. So it's a process, right? A pregnancy, the baby is the process. The pregnancy is the process. Then once you go in the delivery room and you pushing that baby out, you got to put the effort in to push, right? You got to push. You got to push that baby out for them labor pains. But guess what? When you get to the end and that baby come out, and you love that baby so much, and you love on that baby, and you kissing on that baby, you hugging on that baby, that's the same thing you got to do with your self-love. You have to go through the labor pains.
Ooh,
You have to deliver the
I love it.
self-love.
Baby wasn't coming out alone.
You got to deliver that self-love because you got to learn that pregnancy process. To get to that self-love, it was not easy, but you have to put the effort in. You had to push. You had to learn how to be pregnant, right? When I first got pregnant, I didn't know how to be pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, my back hurting. Oh, what? My feet swelling up. I'm 18. My feet swelling up. What is this? You have to go through the labor pain to get to that self love,
Ooh, I love it. Mm, 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 mm.
and that's my 8 Jerry Jules to self love. And I will run through them again, just the words. I won't go through the whole spiel of it, but I will go through them again so that if anybody just logged on, they would know that I gave 8 Jerry Jules for self love. The first S was for self care. The E was for encouraged. The L is for love. The F is for faith. So self, we have self care, encouraged, love, and faith. The second L is for learn. The O is for organize. Then we have the V for value. And then we have the E for effort. We have to put the effort in to achieving our self love. Because
My
if we don't
goodness.
love ourselves first, how can we expect anybody else to show us real love when we don't love ourselves?
Mm,
That's all I have for y'all.
just don't happen. Delivering a baby. But listen, you sit there and don't push. What happened? You,
If the baby gonna stay in, or the baby gonna die.
you have to put in the
They
effort.
die. Or
That's
they're
so
gonna have to do
true.
a C-section.
Mm-hmm. To
So,
find oneself.
you gotta put the effort in. You gotta
That's
push
so
that
true.
baby up.
That's self-love.
Yeah. Gotta go through the work.
Like I said, it's a journey. Mine has been a journey.
Mine has
Can't say I
too.
got it all together, honey, because I don't.
Mine has been a journey. It has not been easy. Like it's still an everyday process. Every day I'm still getting up to encourage myself to love myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm no good to anybody else if I'm no good to myself first.
Yeah. That self-love is the state of appreciation for oneself. Appreciating yourself. Oneself.
Love yourself, appreciate yourself, believe in yourself, encourage yourself, value yourself, and don't ever forget to take your self-care time.
That's important.
That
You'll
is
get
so
burnt
important.
out. Burnout is real.
Yes,
Burnout
it
is
really
real.
is. It really is.
So y'all, we're not gonna keep y'all too long. That was some awesome, awesome. Y'all got a lot of y'all got your Just Jerry juice. You got a lot of factors and components to truly loving yourself. It's a process. It's a journey. Um, but you can dive deeper into your one self and really truly find out what makes you happy and to keep your happiness. No one else can bring you joy and peace and love and happiness in your love, in yourself or in your life but you. Um, so I thank y'all for taking the time out to hop on this live tonight, Jerry. Thank you so much. You need to do something with those Jerry Jews. Turn that into
2022.
another stream of income or something.
Listen, 2022.
Knowing you, you probably will.
I'm
Thank you
working
so
on some
much.
stuff.
I'm gonna make
2022.
sure we don't have any other comments and we can close it out.
Okay.
I think we taught the ladies tonight. That was a teacher, not a preacher. Yeah, we good. So we're gonna close it out. Jerry, I love you. To everybody that tuned in tonight, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing y'all again soon.
Just Jeri left the building.
Bye.